So, how do you know what's yours to do? That's a great question because what I have found as I examine it for a lot of years, too often we do things out of obligation, and that's not ours to do. That means we've been programmed to do things. When we're facing life and something happens in front of us, the question I always ask, in order for me to choose this, to say yes to this, I ask, is this going to expand me and grow me? And is this something that fits in with what I truly value, with what's most important to me? An example of that is I am supporting a dear friend who is going through an illness. And I'm doing that pretty much on a weekly basis. I'm not doing it out of obligation because I checked into my heart. This is someone who's been very valuable, very important in my life, and has had an impact on me. I believe it's an exchange of energy. So when I do what I do it out of love. I do it with no I have to's. I actually look forward to it. And I think that's how we should be looking at everything in our life. Do what comes in front of you. And you can choose to continue doing it or you can choose to let it go. But what you got to do is you got to check in with your heart. And I don't mean with a closed heart. I mean with an open heart. An open heart is one that is open to experience everything. Everything, not just what you prefer, but everything, even what you don't prefer, because that's what life is. Life is about experiencing everything. And then once experiencing it, letting go and moving on. And so if you can take that approach, you're living in the now. And what does living in the now means? It means living in love. Why is it living in love? Because if you're living in love, you're not in judgment. You're living in the moment, fully, completely, perfectly, with your heart open, your intuitive sense wide open, listening and letting your intuition with an open heart guide you to what is yours to do. What do you say yes to? And remember, when you say no, you're saying yes to something else. I found that was so important that in my book, The Power in You, I've got a whole chapter on the power of saying no. Because too often we don't set boundaries. And because we don't set boundaries, we give away our life. We give away our power. And we subordinate ourselves to the will, the wishes of others. I would never anymore, ever subordinate myself to the wishes of others. It's not why I'm here. Now, I'm not trying to be incompassionate or uncompassionate. I can fully embrace and empathize where other people are and what they might be going through. But I also ask the question, what is mine to do? Realizing, for the most part, I have very little impact on anyone else's life but my own, because it's all about perception. And here's something I know. I can't change your perception. Only you can. I can be an example. I can be a model. But I can't change your perspective. You do that. That's why to argue with someone about any particular thing, whether it's politics, business, how to eat, what, spirituality, it's a waste of energy. An absolute waste of energy. Because you're not going to change them. And what you're saying to the universe by arguing is that I really don't believe what I'm saying, because if I truly believed it, I wouldn't be arguing. When you argue, you're only trying to convince yourself. I say things once. If people get it, they get it. If they want clarity, they'll ask for clarity. but I say it once and I move on. That allows me to be in the moment. And that's where life exists, gang. Always in this moment. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be in the moment. And you can choose to do it. Live from your heart. Go into your third eye and let your heart and your intuition be your guide today. Much love.